Welcome. Today we are seeing Praggnanandhaa versus Magnus Carlsen. The game starts with Sicilian defense on the board, and soon we will see how Magnus Carlsen made the brilliant move that is actually a slow poison. So, so we have some opening development moves, and after that, Prag castles on the queen's side. Now, Magnus plays rook c8 with the idea of rook takes c3, just giving me a rook for two weaknesses, queen a5 attacking both of them, and his idea maybe involve d5, try and checkmate like this, and propose king b1 take the pawn e4, and after that striking in the center. It's always good that whenever you have your opponent attacking you on the flank, you attack in the center, and then we have some more central play, and after that we go queen d2 with the idea of knight f5 and using the x-ray on this bishop d7, and Magnus defends that. Fine. It says okay, let's put our pieces back on good space, and then we will try to bring this knight to d6, and after knight g6, Prag is currently down 2 pawns, but he has an open exchange, so he is trying to activating his rook on the f file, and after knight f6 we have queen d4 attacking this knight, and after knight g4, knight takes b7, he regains back 1 pawn, so it's a question now, what did Magnus see? But he misevaluated. As a result, he is in trouble now. So we have bishop b5, and very brilliant chess. He just trade off the queens, so the now defending task will be easy. And c4, he wants to make a queen as well, because once he gets a new queen, Magnus will resign surely. Yeah. So bishop a4 comes, and after rook d8, bishop c6, defending this knight as well, and bishop g2. Now Magnus has counterplay with g5, g4. So rook g1 comes, and rook g3, and Prag says I'm also running my pawn to queening squares as well, and after knight d6, we have knight c8, king f6, and knight d6. Now Magnus was looking for a fight. He might have played this king e7, and maybe Prag would have taken a draw. We never know. But in the game we have knight d6, and after rook h8 we have knight e4, rook g1, and knight c3 check, and knight e2, rook f1, c6, and this was the point where Magnus made the huge blunder. He had to go c2, because if rook takes, then he has to come back like this. You cannot take up here, because after rook g1, this pawn is not queening, and the knights are just not in time to control this c8 queening square. Magnus misses that, and he goes king g7, which gives a new life to Prag, and he goes c7, and after bishop b7, rook b8 comes g2, and also it was in this position that Magnus Carlsen, the greatest player of all time, resigned.